Greetings and salutations, everyone. Featherhoof here with a couple things I'd like to talk about. Some good, some bad, but all things that need to be talked about and discussed. So I want to start with the bad news first, because it's really, really bad, and it impacts the channel pretty heavily, and I don't want to end this video on a down note. For those that follow my Twitter and Facebook feeds, you pretty much already know this, because I've been crying about it ever since it happened. Because Friday morning, after my live stream, my graphics card spontaneously died. It took me a while to verify that it was indeed the graphics card, but after trying it in every PCIe slot on the motherboard, after swapping in an ancient Sapphire HD 3870, trying that, and actually getting video, I was able to confirm that my XFX R9 280X had bit the dust. I mean, if I have this installed at all, if this bad boy here is installed at all, I get no video output, and my motherboard reads an error code of 62. Currently, my PC is running on integrated graphics through my Intel CPU, and as an experiment, I tried to run Final Fantasy XIV on its absolute lowest settings. Everything either turned to low or off, and I was getting a whole whopping 10 to 13 frames per second at 1080p and 20 frames per second at 720p windowed mode. And that was without trying to capture video. So for a few weeks, I will not be able to continue the series I've already started, and I will not be able to do any new live streams. Optimistically, I think I'm looking at a 2-week forced hiatus here, minimum. We're unfortunately living in a world where cryptocurrency is all the craze right now, which is making graphics cards really hard to come by, and when you can, they are crazy expensive. And I know that there are games out there I could play, by turning down the graphics and the resolution and record them that way, but I do tend to pride myself and and this channel on the visual quality of my content, so I really don't want to go there. That's not to say that the channel's going to be barren. I may not be able to keep up the daily schedule that you guys have come to expect from the channel, but I will be working on non-Let's Play stuff. I've been toying around in my head with some ideas for some new From the Horse's Face and top 5s. Trying to get them up on the channel here and there. Once I've exhausted all the videos that I've already pre-recorded before the incident happened. Just ideas I've had tinkering around in my head, but I haven't had time to work on it. I've been trying to brainstorm other ideas, stuff I could do for the channel in the interim, but I haven't been too successful. So if you guys have any ideas, anything you'd like to see on the channel, know of any games that don't have really high requirements that can work on integrated graphics that you'd like to see played on the channel, then let me know in the comments below and I can see what I can do to make that happen. Okay, so that's the bad out of the way. So with the bad out of the way, we can now bring in the good. And there's lots of good to talk about. For instance, despite having to struggle with a bit of a bare bones single monitor PC setup that I have to deal with right now, I've been offered a great deal of assistance. I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but there may be a video or 2, maybe 3 coming out about it once I'm back up and running at 100%. I don't want to talk about it here, because like I said, some of it is kind of speculatory. Some of it, I don't know if it's just talk, and others, I firmly believe it's happening, but I think I'd like to make that into something, to immortalize on the channel, because it's helping out immensely, not only to get me out of this situation, but to further the channel in the long run. So, there are people to thank, There's perhaps a bit of an unboxing happening, perhaps a little bit of a showing of a bit of a build, but that will be in the works, and I hope you'll enjoy it when it happens. Also, as you may or may not know, we participated in Extra Life 2017, our second year in a row, and this year, God, you guys blew my mind. We successfully raised $1,111 for the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, which means that Extra Life not only awarded the channel with an awesome t-shirt, which is really cool, but I just got this in the mail just last week. They also gave the channel its first gold medal. We got our first gold medal, guys. How awesome is that? I mean, together, you and I pulled off something that is really absolutely amazing. I mean, in 2016, we raised $360, which, you know, hey, it's $360, every dollar counts. But the fact that you guys came back the next year and just stepped up to that plate and did something truly amazing. I mean, dudes, it's one of the channel's goals. It's one of the reasons I started this channel, is that I could use it to help people. And just in our second year, we were able to become, you know, gold medal award winners of Extra Life. That's crazy to me. So, I mean, you know what? We've done it 2 years in a row. We're in 2018 now. I can't wait to do it again this year. See if we can break that $1,000 barrier, and we can each do our part for the kids. And lastly, March 1st marks the channel's 3rd year anniversary. Its 3rd birthday. 3 years of making daily content for you all, and I've enjoyed every second of it. I'll be fully honest here. This channel is far exceeding where I ever expected it to go. And at the same time, I will admit, not doing nearly as well as I would have liked it to by this point in time. That's not to say that I'm not grateful for everyone who's been here, who's enjoyed my content, who's left feedback and shared my content, because I am. I mean, like, I am grateful to the extreme. But it's a jealousy thing, mostly. Because when you start doing this and you start making friends with fellow creators, and you just, you know, especially ones who started around the same time as you, or even like a year or two after you, and they just sort of like pass and smoke you in terms of subscriptions and views, you can't deny you'd be a little jealous too. Still, the channel has found a foothold with a lot of you out there, and I am still incredibly grateful that you've been here for these 3 years, for that you've enjoyed my content, that you had fun, and that you continue to come back every day. I'm going to continue to make the best possible content I know how to. I'm going to continue to grow and change as best I can, and I cannot wait to see where this load continues to lead me. I mean, so far in these 3 all too short years, I've met so many amazing people, made some brand new friends, sadly lost some previously cherished ones, garnered patrons and fans that I scarcely even believe I deserve, and have poured my heart into making over 1,200 videos for you all to enjoy. Here's to another year of hopefully amazing content that you'll enjoy, just as soon as I sort of get a proper recording and live streaming rig up and running again. And that's pretty much all I gotta say this time, guys and gals. Hope you didn't mind sitting through all this. I know it was kind of a lot to say all in one video, but I wanted to get it out there. Here's to hoping this little forced hiatus isn't too long, and I'll be back here making more Let's Plays and content for you guys as soon as possible. For now, however, thank you so much for being here, thank you so much for listening to this, and I will see you all next time.